That carbon dioxide up there doesn't just come down and disappear. What we're putting up today sits there for a full century, warming the place up. We can't keep doing that. It's not like turning off a dripping faucet and stopping the hemorrhage at that point. So for that reason, we've got to act fast. And there are two kinds of things that we can do. With our regular consumer purchases and choices, we can make a difference. Whether it's how we get around with our transportation, it's how we buy our electricity. And one good sign is that the religious congregations are in action. Here in this area, you can buy your energy, clean energy, from the Washington Interfaith Power and Light. My wife and I do through our congregation. So you can get all wind power if you want. There's no excuse for not making that kind of investment. And the other category, besides thinking about what you buy, is how we can put more pressure on. All of you are putting good pressure on by being here at this event. And so we can really step it up here, but we can do other things. We can put the pressure on the Congress. We can put pressure on corporations, and the power of corporate pressure is growing and growing. We see it all over the world. Never think that that doesn't make a difference even on the most gigantic. It is having an impact. And so both the personal consumption and the pressure on the sources of government, local, state, national, all make a difference. So let's go to it. We can do it. We know how. It is absolutely possible. We can make a difference.
We are here to demand 80% reductions in carbon emissions by 2050. Over the last 3 months, students on campuses across the country have been taking photos to demand that Congress steps it up against global warming. Today on display, we have over 5,000 pictures of nearly 10,000 students from schools like Brown, Texas A&M, the Connecticut Community College System, and California State University. And here in the DC area, we have photos from American University, the University of Maryland, and Towson University, also with students in the crowd here today.
These last 3 months in this photo petition have been part of a larger, growing student movement across North America to end the climate crisis. Right now, there are students on over 539 campuses demanding clean energy and pushing for climate neutrality, also demanding bold, comprehensive action be taken by our elected officials. Today, we see students are ready to take this battle off campus and make it national, securing our right to a prolonged and sustainable future on this planet. We're proud of the students of the 60s and the 70s, but now it's our turn to rise to the challenge of our generation and secure our futures. Thank you.
Now, here's the Science Director of the Natural Resources Defense Council's Climate Center, Dan Lashoff.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you. All right, Smile DC. All right, you're on the World Wide Web with thousands of people across the country who are stepping it up today to fight global warming. Thanks for coming out. Right. I know you came here today because you're concerned about climate change, but actually you're changing the climate. You're changing the political climate right here in Washington. They're finally beginning to listen up there on the hill. And the glaciers are beginning to melt. The ice dams are melting. The glaciers are starting to move slowly as the political climate here in Washington is changing. The question now is, are they going to move fast enough and far enough to stop the glaciers from melting in Greenland first? If they don't, right here where we're standing could be underwater after sea level rises by 20 feet. We cannot let that happen. And the good news is we know how to stop it. We have all the tools we need to stop global warming, to make the 80% reduction by 2050 that we need how to make. We can get cleaner cars. We know how to get cleaner buildings. We know how to make cleaner sources of electricity. So we just need to step it up and get the political pressure to get our elected representatives to do what is right and what is needed to stop global warming. We have all the tools we need with the possible exception of the political will to get it done, and that's where you come in. That's why we are stepping it up today, but today is just the beginning. We need to step it up today and every day until we solve global warming. So keep it up. We need to keep working until we solve the problem. Never doubt that a few dedicated individuals can change the world. Nothing else ever has. Thank you.
Clean energy! Now!
What do we want?
Clean energy! Now!
What do we want?
Clean energy! Now!
What do we want?
Clean energy!
We are finally learning. We are finally learning. Oh, Kilimanjaro.